Hello again, listeners, and welcome back to the Koto Classic FPL podcast manager series. I'm your host Solomon, and my co-host today, Jama. How's it going?
I'm good, man. Nakam nak kaya Diego.
Yeah, man, you're cool, man. Today we have our second guest for the series, Mr. Christopher Blair. This is his second time here on the podcast, and he has an impressive 2020-2021 season, finishing in the top 10 of the Koto Classic Mini League with an overall rank of 177k. He also had a very interesting rivalry with his brother Alfred.
Yeah, I did.
They were neck and neck in the league, and he edged it in the end. He could not be here today to give his victory speech, but Christopher, welcome.
Thank you so much. Good to see you guys. Nakam, ciao, boys.
Cool,
good.
Man. Yeah.
Right back, man. Kaya Diego. Yangi lost for me.
Well, yeah, for sure, man. You know, after I did not win any of the leagues I was involved in, I decided, I'm done. Let me just hibernate for a while.
Take a break, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of us, this is Chris's second time being here. So if you didn't listen to that episode, you can go back and listen to it. But just for those people that are listening to this one, can you please give us a brief intro, about yourself, background information, current location as well?
Yeah. Well, you said it. My name is Christopher. I was born in Gambia, raised in Gambia, went to school in Gambia. I've been here my whole life, basically.
Okay.
So football is my biggest hobby. I love football so much. Most of the scars in my body are from football. So it's just
scars,
the best. Yeah, and I'm still in Gambia here in this beautiful country of ours.
Yeah.
So but I am definitely missing football. I'm missing the Premier League a lot.
Okay. We have the Euros going on, but we'll talk about that later. But
yeah, for sure.
Okay. And so what are your hobbies? Obviously, you said football. Do you like cooking as well, or something added to that?
I like to try cooking. Most of the time, it only comes out to what I eat alone because nobody's going to eat it. My mom is a great cook, but I did not get any of that from her. I didn't inherit any of that. So most of the time, I'm eating her food. I'm telling you. Yeah. But I love walking on the beach as well. Beach is an amazing place here in the Gambia. It's nice and clean. I mean, I really like it at all. And I started getting into photography for the last month because I feel so sad that I didn't win any of the FPLs. So I'm going around taking pictures like this, like a sad guy. But it's cool.
Yeah, it's good. Go on, Chama.
Hamga do bugur Gambia. Do they toga?
No, do they toga? It's true. Bro.
That's the problem, man.
But the thing is, once you leave, man, you're on your own. You don't have a choice. I started cooking when I went to Japan because I didn't have a choice, man. I had to start cooking. Just go to YouTube, man, and just click anything you want. You can find it there. It's easy.
But that's where buru and butter comes into place because it's already there. You just eat buru and butter and tea, and you ponce it, and then you're quite happy until the next day.
Nice.
Easy going.
Yeah. So as we know, you are a Liverpool fan because you have been in the pot for a while. So it was a very rough season as a Liverpool fan because we share that tough season together. It was a really tough one. So how would you rate the Liverpool season? How do you view the Liverpool season at the end of the day? It was a very difficult one, but how will you rate it? What's your view on the Liverpool season last season?
Well, in the beginning of the season, we did very well. We started well. We were winning games. I thought it was impressive. But of course, after that, we just started seeing Liverpool like 5 years ago, conceding. Nothing was happening. And it was sad to see just our front three not scoring anymore. There's no Salah goals, Mane goals, Firmino goals, just always scoring. So it felt like it was end of the era. But, I think you'll also agree we ended up in Champions League. We also beat Man United 4-2. I think Jota... Firmino scored. I think that for me, it was the best. Beating United and qualifying for Champions League is how we grew up. That's all we know what we do. We never won anything for the last 10 years, growing up in high school.
Oh, nice. So, like you mentioned, the United game was the best moment for you. So, would you rate that moment higher than the Alisson goal?
I didn't see the Alisson goal. I was watching it with my brother. And then it was 1-1, I think. And then I was like, you know what, I'm done. I just went to my room. And then I just heard my brother screaming from the room. And I went there and I had to Google and YouTube for the goal. But I didn't share that moment.
Okay, you missed that moment.
I missed that moment, yeah.
That was a special moment for Liverpool fans. Yeah, I've not celebrated many Liverpool goals over the past few years. Even when we are winning the leagues and all those kind of things, I'm usually the one who is very reserved when it comes to celebrating. But that goal, I was up there jumping in my room 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning, jumping around like a crazy man. Yeah, it was a big moment for us in the season, and I think that was the turning point. Yeah.
I think you guys needed that goal to go in because it gave the team confidence, and that was a turning point for you guys in the season. If you lost that game, I think it wouldn't have been the same. You wouldn't have made it to the Champions League.
No.
Yeah, I think it's a big goal.
And I also hear that Alisson's leaving. So I mean, he scored now. He's going.
He's leaving.
That's what I heard. No, Chama?
Who's that?
Alisson. I heard that he's leaving.
No, he's not leaving. He's gonna sign a new contract. He's about to sign a new contract immediately after the Copa America. He's signing a new contract. Yeah.
So he was looking for more money, basically. That's what he was doing. Because I heard stories that he wanted to leave, and well.
Oh yeah. Who will buy him? Who's gonna pay 100 million for Alisson?
100 million. Who's asking 100 million to buy Alisson?
That's what I'm telling you. Liverpool sell Alisson for 67 million, so they will not sell him for anything less than 67.
He's a better 67 million.
Yeah, he's a better goalkeeper now. He's a better goalkeeper now than he was when he came. He's a Premier League champion. He's a Champions League champion. So who's gonna sell him? He's still 26 years old or something like that for a goalkeeper. He's
That's expensive for a keeper,
I actually think it's more. I think it was 80 million. It was him and Kepa we were supposed to buy, and then we went with him instead.
Kepa was
71 million. Yeah, 71 million. And then we signed Alisson, and then Chelsea just break that record. They didn't want us to hold that record for a while. But yeah, Alisson is a top goalkeeper. He completely transformed Liverpool, and he's a big part of what happened over the last 2-3 years. The Champions League, the league, and the Club World Cup, all those kind of things. The stability. I think he was the final piece of the jigsaw for Liverpool when he came.
Okay.
Jeez.
All right. So, one more question on Liverpool, because this, as a Man U fan, I can't really, comment much. But yeah, what are your ambitions for the club next season? What do you think you guys can achieve?
I don't want to disappoint myself because I was really thinking this year we were going to win all. I thought we won the Premier League, the curse is broken, we're going to win all. What happened? We didn't win nothing. So for me, I'm going to go with the basic Liverpool tendencies that I have in my heart. Let us just beat United home and away and qualify for Champions League, and maybe go to the final of Champions League again. I just want to have the fight. I just want us to go and try and win something. Because I don't believe we'll win anything anymore as a Liverpool fan. I think that's it.
But I think I have to disagree with you very much there. Because, last season was a consequence that happened that caused Liverpool to have that terrible season. There was a lot of things happen. Like you say, the strikers were not scoring goals at the end of the day. But it did not start there, I don't like to make a lot of excuses because injuries and all these kind of things are part of football. Usually, I am the one who will advocate for somebody. If Van Dijk is injured, there is Joe Gomez or there is Matip to cover his tracks or something like that. But the problem was the whole system was completely destroyed. The defensive system for Liverpool was completely destroyed. Van Dijk went, Matip followed him, or Joe Gomez followed him, Matip followed him. So Liverpool, at the end of the day, they started the season with 3 senior centre-backs. All these 3 centre-backs were out by January when Liverpool were actually at the top of the league. So we started moving central midfielders into defense. Started bringing these really young players with no experience to come and be the savior for Liverpool. So it was just a really, really bad one in terms of luck. In terms of of course, performance-wise was. I like to blame a lot of other issues, a lot of factors. The performance of some players did not live up to expectation. But I think luck played a very huge part in Liverpool's season last season. But that's why at the end of the season, I was really content with where we finishing in the top 4. That was not the ambition when the season started, but at the end of the season, I would have taken that in a heartbeat.
I think we all knew that once you guys lost 7-2, that it was not going to be a normal season for you guys.
You see, new wounds,
that was to be honest for me, that was the turning point in the whole season. I was like, whoa, 6-1, just a few hours before from Manchester United and Tottenham, and then next thing you know, 7-2. I was happy because it's like nobody can focus on losing 6-1. Okay, then you can focus on Liverpool 7-2, and this whole thing was playing. So it's like this season is going to be a different season. And we also thought it was a different season.
7-2 was a bad score. Yeah, it was a bad score. It was a bad day at the office. But we have those kind of bad days.
This was serious, man. This is not any just bad day. This is
No. Yeah, we had some bad days at the office, I will say. Because season before last, when we were in the league, we were flying with everything we have. We are really flying. And then Watford, the team that was bottom of the league, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just come and break our 28 games unbeaten run. Liverpool have gone 27 games with win and 1 draw.
It was 3 goals, no? I think.
Yeah, 3-0 before halftime or something like that. Yeah, it was a bad one. Yeah, that was just a bad day at the office. I will not blame the season based on that one because at the end of the day, in January, Liverpool were at the top of the league. When this year was ending, Liverpool were still at the top of the league. But just they could not cope with the number of setbacks that they have during the course of the season. The team could not cope with those setbacks. Yeah, it was just too much. It was overwhelming, the setbacks, to be honest.
Okay. Enough about the open wounds and Liverpool. So let's jump to international football. There are 2 tournaments right now. The Euro 2020 is going on and the Copa America. But I think people are more focused in the Euros. Do you watch any of them, Chris?
I'm not going to lie to you. No, I haven't been watching much of the football in the Euro. I do kind of watch the highlights sometimes, maybe before bed. But I really want England to do something. I see they've qualified now in the other rounds. So I think we're playing Germany. This one would be a very interesting game. I think we have England has a lot of a grudge against England. I think last time Frank Lampard did score a goal
that was heartbreaking. Yeah,
heartbreaking. So I feel like maybe this is our time to shine. But otherwise, no, I don't. Do you guys watch? You're watching all of them?
Are you an English fan?
I am a very big England fan, but also I've kind of given up with England. I'm coming home, but it's not. It's been a while. I've been heartbroken a lot.
Yeah, with Solomon, right? Solomon is also an English fan, right?
I'm an English fan, but a very realistic one.
Exactly.
I like England because I support Manchester and some of my players play for England. But the problem is supporting England is really, really stressful.
But me anyway, it's tired,
We have the players, the talent is there, but it just doesn't click. It hasn't been clicking for a long time. So I don't know, maybe. But
I think it's manager. I don't know. I feel like it's the manager. You need to bring a foreign manager to treat these people and to train these people, and then I feel like we can actually make an impact in the in the world.
I think there's more to it. I think in England, to be honest, people think that the teams, like the players or the team, is better than what it's supposed to be. So there's so much pressure on the players to really come out and perform. But if there was no pressure from the media for these players to perform, they would have really been just, relaxed and go out there and do their thing. They're capable, but the problem is, if you're an English coach, you are on so much pressure to even maybe pick a player to take to the tournament. It's different kinds of pressure. But I think you're right. I think the best thing to do is probably just to get a foreign coach who doesn't really care about whatever they say on the papers and whatever. Just
exactly
choose your best.
You're good. You're shit. You're good. You're shit.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Just go ahead. So yeah.
Exactly.
What do you support, Chama?
Me? For me, international football. I'm not a big fan of international football. I used to be a very huge Brazil fan, something like that, but not anymore because I think all my emotional attachment now is on club football. So everything I do is like Liverpool and something like that. So I will support England if Trent was there. If Henderson was playing, I would be supporting England. I would want them to win. But the fact that both of them and neither of them is really playing right now, and Trent is out injured, but I can see how valuable he would have been in that team. Harry Kane is struggling to get goals and stuff like that. If Trent was there, he would be so creative for him. I know people don't like him, especially when you support other clubs. Sometimes it's like this. That is another problem with England. Almost all the England fans, they are first club football, then England. So always because of the rivalry. So it's just difficult to be an English fan when you are like a very passionate club fan. So for the Euros, I'm supporting Netherlands because there's Wijnaldum captaining them, and Scotland or something like that, but not England.
Okay, so any favorite players in the Euros, Chris?
Not at all, honestly. I have no favorite player. It was going to be Trent. I was really supporting Trent too.
Exactly was what Chan was saying.
Yeah, and then he just choked, and then he hurt himself. Now he's out. So I like watching. I would like to watch Liverpool players play in some of these games, but I don't have a very specific player.
Okay. Chan, do you have a player that you support?
Yeah, in the English team, I have a few players that I like. Somebody like Foden, even though I'm not a Man City fan, I just love that boy when I watch him play. But he's not doing it for England on the big stage. I would like to see Sancho play, but the fact that he's moving to United, I'm not so keen on watching him play. And then
just support England. You don't need to bring Manchester into it, is it?
No,
I'm not an English fan. That's the thing. But then there is Saka. So Saka is my star player in the English team, I would say. But yeah, I look at other teams. I've seen some very good players around. Like Denmark, they have this young guy who took the place of Eriksen. He's a 19-year-old Damstad. He scored a goal last game, and he looks like a very top player. I play the fantasy game for fun. Yeah, these are the kind of like I'm actually going for the players that I love in the game rather than the players that's why I cannot get Chris in my team, because I don't like him. I know he will score, he will punish me every game, but it's just that I'm playing for the fun and getting the players I love. So kind of. So
because Chris used to be a Manchester Cristiano Ronaldo is a Manchester legend. He's a legend. So
he's a legend. I respect him.
Choose him.
Yeah, I respect him. I respect him as a footballer. I respect him 100% as a footballer. I know he sees values and all those things. But just because of, I don't have any pleasure owning him, other than, him giving me the points. Yeah, if it was Fantasy Premier League, which I take very seriously, he would have been in my team 100% because I know what he offers you.
Okay. No problem. So moving on to this is a milestone for the Gambia national team. I think we've qualified for the first Africa Cup of Nations in forever. We've never had in forever. So what are your thoughts on that, Chris?
I mean, it's a great thing because I remember my dad was telling me that it's been a long time since Gambia has ever challenged anything. And I remember with him, we were watching Gambia under-17 go to Peru, and how exciting it was watching our boys play abroad in a major tournament. And even though it was under-17, we beat Brazil 3-1. I remember that game so well. So, I mean, I can't wait to create new memories like that again. Yeah. I feel like we will definitely try, even if we don't, of course, we are not favorites to win. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But let's try and make an impact and make our name at least out there.
International stage. Yeah,
on the international stage.
We need that, to be honest. I was surprised. I wasn't really following the qualifications, but when they did, I heard about it, and obviously I was happy. So this is just I hope this is the start of something great, for the
I hope so too. I hope so too.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so now we get into the FPL chat.
Yeah. Let's get into some real business, man.
Some real business. All these other things on, yeah.
Okay, so we just do a quick recap of your season. Of your FPL history, just a short one. So when did you start playing FPL? And what were the reasons why you started playing it?
About 5 years ago, my brother-in-law got me into the league, and he was like, "It's for money. I will pay for you. Try." And I remember after a while, I was like, "This is so complicated," And but after another season, I started getting into it, and now I'm a little bit of an addict because there's no better feeling than seeing your name and your team on top of the league, and you see all these other people who talk all the way on the bottom, and you're like, okay. So so. Really, FPL, great.
Okay. I see. That's the good. I think you said this in the last time, but I just saw people that are listening now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you like the competition for the FPL.
I like the competition, a lot of it. Yes.
Okay.
It makes me feel like a real manager.
All right.
Nice. So how was your season last season? How would you rate your season? Was it a very successful one based on what you said, what the targets you set for yourself at the start of the season, or was it a wayward?
Yeah, well, I mean, in the beginning, I'm not going to lie, I made my team and I left it for a week or two first to see what other players I'm going to bring into it, because after the first, it's hard. So I set a team, and I had Bamford, and I saw Bamford was scoring a hat-trick. So with just my first teams, they started giving me points and some space between everybody already in most of my leagues. So then I started building my team from that, and I had the best season I've ever had. I've always been 20, 30 position, but this time I'm top 10. So I feel like it's a good start this year, last year. So this year I'm definitely going to start again, just full force. I'm going to study like an exam, everything.
Top 10 you go to Classic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you finished top 10.
You go to Classic.
And overall rank of 177k, which is very
177,000, which isn't bad. It's my most. I'm always like 3-4 million, I think. It was the worst.
So did you set out any targets before the start of the season, last season?
No, I didn't have any targets. Usually in the FPL, as I said, I'm always challenging 20 and 20 position. Mm-hmm. So my target was to start strong. So I remember doing a lot of research and watching a lot of YouTube videos, and it really got me into a trance of football. And I picked a good team and let it go for a few weeks, and I started building from that. So I think, I did have a successful season, I believe. I mean, I should be proud of it and not talk down. Like Chama, you did better than me, even. I think.
Yeah, Chama had his struggles. I think he started off very well. He was flying so high that he didn't want to do anything, just relax and let the team do the work for him.
Yeah.
Chama.
Well, it was a very unprecedented season. It was a difficult season. I love it because of the chaos. I really love the chaos where you have to be proactive. You have to be active as a manager. You have to do things every time because anything can happen. There could be a schedule changes or something like that. The player can have corona. So you have to manage all these kind of situations. So I love that, but it was a very, very difficult one. Sometimes it was not the best. But overall for me, generally, I did not have my best season, of course. I finished top 144,000. But because I set my target so high at the start of the season, the moment I dropped off that target, like it was not realistic anymore. It was not realistic anymore. I started doing some rash decisions. But yeah, my second half of the season was not the greatest. After all, was not the greatest. So I hope to improve on that next season, hopefully.
Okay. Chris, can you remember your key moments in the season? The first one is your best game week of the season, most likely the one that you had the highest score.
I remember I once there's one moment that stands out the most, and it is not a successful day, but it is a moment that it really stands out, and it was when me and Alfred went neck to neck, and we were going
2 or 1 point or so.
Yeah. And then he made a really big gamble, and then he put in Bale and captained him. And that same week, he scored a hat-trick. I will never forget this day. And I feel like that moment has shattered all the good moments of FPL, because that's when I knew, that's it, I've lost.
You're gonna lose this one.
I'm gonna lose this one. So really, I have to give him that one. And but
that was the week.
Sorry.
I mean, that was the week he was manager of the
week. Because it was a low scoring game week. I remember very low scoring. So people had all the usual suspects didn't actually come out to play.
No.
I think there were a lot of blanks. So Bain was the only one that got like that really high point, and he captained him. So it was like, wow, you didn't see that coming.
And I remember in the first few weeks, I captained Bamford, and he scored a hat trick as well. So that was the best memory I can remember in the beginning. And of course, Alfred's moment just shattered it all. But that's FPL for you.
So that was your worst week then.
That was my worst week ever. Yes.
And your moment of the season, like can you remember?
Yes, it would be
Bamford. Memories. Oh, the hat trick.
Yeah, captaining Bamford hat trick. That pushed me first and like more than 30 points ahead of everyone. But that at the moment I was not part of Kotu Classic. I was only part of my own FPL with my friends. So when I came into FPL, I was fourth. I was like, okay.
It was pretty high.
You gave me the bag, right? But I realized something too about your team last season. I think Kane was the player you captained the most. I realized you captained Salah, but only four times or something like that. And I realized that you also did not own Salah at the start of the season. You went for Mane, right?
I went for Mane, yeah.
Yeah, what was the thinking behind that? Did you think that? Because I know there was a lot of hype between Mane and Salah because the previous season they had the same number of goals, and people were like, okay, now, So I think Solomon started the season with Mane too, if I'm not right. Or Salah?
No, Salah. Oh, I don't joke with my Salah, man. Salah, number one.
But as a Liverpool fan, I think you know what he offers you, especially when it comes to fantasy tabs. But I don't know how as a Liverpool fan you can be kind of blinded by the outside goals. I don't say Mane is not there, but when it comes to fantasy, when it comes to giving you points, Salah is always at the top. So why would you go for Mane as a Liverpool fan instead of Salah?
Watching Salah play irritated me because the guy will do the same thing doing this. I want to watch players and enjoy players and get points from them. Salah is a great player. He can score goals. But it wasn't fancying me at the moment, and everyone was going for Salah. So I wanted to be a bit different. So I decided, who is like Salah, plays in the same team, I can enjoy playing? Mane. So I just went with Mane, and it was okay. I feel like I benefited from it a little bit. Don't forget, Salah was going through 9 games with 1.2 points. You know,
but the first game was a hat-trick. How did you feel after the first game?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
I think that was also one of my worst games of the season because people like Captain Salah had like 40 points.
I swear.
Because he scored like 20. He had 20 points, and if you captain him, it was 40. I actually went with Aubameyang, the guy that disappointment of the season that he had. So I think yes, you're actually right with that. So you wanted to be different. That's why you went with Mane.
Yeah, you can call it a very bad decision. I don't know.
It's not a bad decision. I don't think it's a bad decision. I don't think so.
Will you do it again?
Yes, I will do it again. I think Mane had a decent end, I think, to the season, and I feel like he's now in Senegal. I think I saw him eating mangoes. He's going around.
He's going around eating around.
My guy is he's just getting hot again, you know.
Living his best life, huh?
I'm living his best life, so I think he's gonna come back with good energy. He's gonna start scoring. I can't wait. I'm gonna put him in.
Okay. I'm putting that one on. I will see your team in the first game.
That's a bold move, but yeah, I think
that's a bold move. Yeah,
you can't go wrong because they have been close for the past few seasons. It's only last season that Mane had a really bad season, and it's not bad per se. It's just unlucky because he was on form, but just the goals were not just coming. So who knows? What can happen this season?
No, they have been close only one season, and that was when they scored the same number of goals. That was season before last. Because the previous season, Salah has completely outscored every single season. Salah has completely outscored every player in the game in every single season, not just Mane. So Mane was just in the same team with him, and then he happens to score the same number of goals. They share the golden boot. Even though they share the golden boot, Salah had the highest number of points. The same, but Mane was more active in the game. Mane is more involved in the game. That's the thing. That's not FPL.
Test. Honestly, you enjoy watching Mane
more than you enjoy watching Salah.
Yeah. Because the thing is, things are changing because recently, just the season before, we saw Mane's frustration when Salah refused to pass to him. Remember that scene that he created on the touchline?
I remember.
So I think the reason why maybe you guys didn't do well is because Mane had a change of the way he approached the game this past season was because he was a bit more selfish. So if you imagine, okay, this season is going to start now, and he starts being more selfish, doesn't pass to Salah all the time. Maybe for the first time you start seeing something change. Maybe Salah will have less goal, and then Mane will be the FPL. I mean, but you never know.
Yeah, but the thing is, Mane is not the creator for Salah. Liverpool have some two number 10s who are playing at fullbacks who create all the goals they have. So the goals are not coming from Mane and Salah. They can play a whole season without assisting each other, and then they will still score, both of them, because the goals are not created by them.
Okay. I would love to see Salah for the first time have more points. Mane have more points than Salah, even though I'm a Salah guy. I don't joke with Salah.
This season is the season. This is the season. Everyone will watch. No, I don't know.
Okay, so we all know that this past season was like a headache of a season. I always say this, it's like 3 seasons in one. With all the commotion, all the scheduling, all the triple game weeks or whatever, even there was one, and the double game weeks and the cancellations. How did you deal with it? Because I feel like if you missed 1 week of not making transfers, you could see yourself falling behind. You had to be on your game all the time, making the changes at the right time, being there for all the announcements. So how did you manage with that?
Well, I had alarm. It was from the app itself. It will always tell me, make your changes now before, and that was just always the confirmation. It's very important. I've actually missed a few game weeks, and it actually proved benefit because I would have a extra free transfer, and that same team would actually perform very well. So I'm thankful for that, for the missing sometimes. But I usually have an alarm that keeps me, and I don't want it to stress me too much, the fixing of teams. But let me not lie, I'm up every night on a fantasy before going to bed. So yeah, I don't know. This is too much. Even the question is stressing me out. Like, I remember when I'm telling you, I remember always at night I would be sleeping and thinking, hey, let me just check. Is today Friday? Saturday, is there a game today? Going to check. I'm like, wait. And I'm like checking the time. It's just, I don't know.
It's stressful, to be honest. And can you imagine being in Japan where all the games are being played whilst you're sleeping, and then you wake up sometimes, and even you can't even get a good night's sleep. Sometimes you wake up at 5 to check up your phone to see maybe if your team is doing well. Can you imagine?
Yeah,
it was stressful. It really was.
It was stressful. I mean, yes.
So at least we've gone through that. Chama, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean that's why I'm not the biggest fan of like eye test, maybe because of I don't have the opportunity to watch all the games like most people. Like when you are like in the Gambia or in the UK, the time is very right to watch games. But since I came to Japan, it's like quite hard to watch games.
It's been difficult.
So that's why I became so predominant in what I do when I play fantasy. I have to look at the stats, and I try to ignore the eye test too a little bit. But I use the eye test though. So it was a hard season, especially with games the way they are separated. But hopefully this season we are a little bit back to normal. I can see some 3 o'clock kickoffs, like which will be around 11 in Japan, like 4 or 5 games kicking off at the same time. So those things will help you, it helps as a manager for sure.
Okay. So what were the key lessons? I'm sure you learned a few things this season. Last season, sorry. So what were the key lessons that you learned and your key takeaways that you can apply to next season going forward?
Well, key lessons: don't forget to fix your team. That's number one. Another key lesson: don't let your younger brother beat you, because he's not gonna stop talking about it. Just on and on. For the next bragging rights for that. Yeah, but I think what I did last season was I started doing a lot of, not a lot, but a few times I would do differential captains. I would think about going for someone who's on form maybe and try to captain him when no one else is. And it did not work out very well. But I believe it's because I didn't do much research into it. It was just a little bit of heart. I think I went for Perrier one time. I captained him and I think he got -1. And this is like unbelievable, So I will definitely try to do more research with my differentials this coming year. I think, definitely.
Okay. That's a good one.
That's nice. So I actually says the game has been launched recently. The fixtures are out. The prices of the players are out. Do you have any players you like, some early bargains or some early good picks you see there, or is it Mane? Is the early pick that you are talking about?
Mane is already inside my team. I told you this. Mane. I haven't really done even the team yet, but I already have a picture of what I think. I think this time I would like to have Alisson in goal. I think maybe go for Alisson in goal and have Mane, and I'm going to try and see Foden. You were talking about Foden. He had a great season. I think City might be starting him more this coming season. And of course, maybe Mr. Trent, if he doesn't want to choke the first few weeks, with his injury. But what about you? What do you think? Who do you have in your team?
No, but I would just ask a little question about Alisson. Why did you choose the premium keepers? Because when it comes to goalkeepers, fantasy-wise, we are always with
keeper,
He's a premium keeper. He's the most expensive keeper in the game, but he's not usually the keeper with the highest points, I think goalkeeping situation is a place where you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want to get the points. And usually the points are not coming from the expensive ones, unlike in midfield or in attack. where the premium ones gives you the points like defense. But goalkeeper, I think the points are usually coming from cheaper players. Why do you think Alisson, as a 6 million goalkeeper, will be a good choice? I'm not saying he's not going to have the clean sheets and all those kind of things. He can have them, and he can have the highest number of points. But is it going to be worth it to pay 6 million when you can have it cheaper?
Well, I'm trying to put him in the beginning, maybe the first 6 weeks, because I want to try and capitalize on those clean sheets. Liverpool are good, I think, in the beginning when it comes to defending and maybe getting 0-0s. I'm trying to think of Liverpool as a whole. I think the first 6-7 games, maybe put him in there and see how he performs. But I don't think I'll keep him in for the whole season. Of course, I might be going for some other cheaper goalkeepers to push my strike or my defense. But I want to start strong and have a good defense that's going to give me more of the clean sheets.
Okay.
So I think that is my goal.
I agree. I agree with that strategy. Yeah. I think because of Liverpool's fixtures are one of the best in the league, apart from Manchester. I think Real and Manchester United have the best fixtures. So to go with the Liverpool goalkeeper in the beginning, I think you will have the points, because usually before game week 9, everybody is gonna do the wild card or something like that. So you have the opportunity to move. So yeah, by going with a premium goalkeeper at the start, it's a good strategy to go with, in my opinion. I will not do it personally, but I think it's not a bad strategy to go with.
I think if it's funny because it's only people used to like choose the best keepers, like the Alissons and what's this guy in Man City? What's he called?
Ederson.
Ederson, yeah. So they used to have the premium keepers. I remember because like you want your defense to be the best. You know, if you see a good keeper, you think, oh, he's going to get you all the points. But it's only 2 seasons ago that we realized that, oh wait, having the most expensive keeper doesn't mean he's going to have all the points. It's when Pope. I remember when people used to when I had Pope. I think the season where he just was just getting all the points, the bonus points, like every game consistently. That they realized, oh wait, just because he's expensive doesn't mean he's the best keeper. So then people started changing their strategy. So last season, a lot of people, start getting all the Martinez's and all the other good keepers. So for me, I never spent money on expensive keepers. I was like, what's the point? Okay, he doesn't play. So I just choose one keeper, let him ride out the whole season, no problem. But now people are changing their game. Go with it. Yeah, people are changing their game now. They're trying to see where they can, get more points or get more value for points and stuff like that. So I think the game is changing. People are learning. There are more stats available than ever, so you can always get the information anywhere that you want right now. Because the
thanks to Live FPL.
Yeah, thanks to Mr. Live FPL himself, Ragaboni.
Thank you so much. You make us sleep at night knowing where we are.
Oh yeah. So shout out to him.
Speaking of this, speaking of keeper again, I think like if I was guaranteed that Alisson will have the best start in terms of goalkeeping, I might not be against having him. And like you say, like we don't know what Liverpool defense is going to start at the start of the season. There is a lot of injuries coming back. 3 players coming back from injury, and new signing coming in. Even Trent now is currently injured. So I don't know how the defense is going to pan out at the start of the season. But yeah, it's not a bad idea to go with the keeper you think is going to give you the most points. Since you are going to wild card after 5 games or after 6 games, then after 6 games, you can structure your team to the end of like this is the team I want for the long term. But for the start of the season, it's more about points. I completely agree with you on that. Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything you're looking forward to next season, or you're most excited about? Let's put it that way.
I am excited to see fans in the stadium again. I'm really excited to see. I really feel like the form of Liverpool going down is the missing of the fans. If they were there singing all the songs for Firmino and Salah and Mane, I think we would have done a lot more than we did last season. So I'm really excited to see this again.
Okay. I think the game is going to go back to normal. Normal meaning before last season, where
what is normal? We don't know.
Exactly, I know, right? There's a new definition for it now. But I mean, let's say home games are going to matter now because you have the fans there. Because last season home games or away, it doesn't matter. In fact, there's some teams that lost more away home games than even the away games. So I think things are going to change.
Actually, last year. Regular season. Actually, last season was the first season I think in the Premier League history that there were more away wins than home wins in the season. So that you can see the effect of
it will matter.
It really mattered. So hopefully we have the fans back. It will mean more home wins, and that will mean that my captaincy will be much better than it was last season, because I am one advocate for my captaincy. I choose the wrong season, but even though I had a very decent captaincy return over the course of the season, because it was my highest ever. But still, it was not enough. So I think next season it will be a more viable option than a more viable strategy than it was last season. So I'm expecting more from my captains.
Yeah.
All right. So last question: what are your targets for the next season? Or you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself?
Me?
Okay,
no,
the first one.
Course.
Let me just guess the first one. You want to beat your brother in the mini league?
I want to beat my brother. I just don't want to. I don't want any more talk. Let me just beat him by 3 positions, hopefully. So I can add more, sauce into the saga. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, but I would really like to win. I would like to win the Koto Classic for sure, and that's definitely my goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and start strong. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me, but I would like the Allison strategy to go through, and we'll be talking hopefully soon, and you'll be saying, "I wish I did it."
Nice.
Okay. So, Chama, any more questions? They steal all his ideas. So the goalkeeper idea is a good one. So we're going to steal.
No, the good idea. It's not a bad idea. It's a good idea. I don't know if I would go there, but it is a very decent one. Yeah.
Okay.
So no, I think I'm good. I'm good to go. I think I got all I wanted from my man, and I will.
Hey man, this is what we do here. We invite managers and steal all their ideas.
This is what it is, right?
But okay, so it was nice talking to you, Chris. Any last words? You want to get anything in before we close?
No, man. I'm just really happy that you guys invited me on here again. I really enjoyed the Koto Classic last season, and the group chat is very saucy. Everyone is arguing. So I'm really looking forward to having more players on it as well. I think. Do we have any new managers coming in this year to the Koto Classic?
Hopefully we'll have some more. It's just the regular ones, but mostly the new ones are not really as active, like speaking. They just listen,
Okay.
We want to get them more involved with the arguments. Just become talking. Argue. It's about football, so argue your team, man. I'm always there defending Manchester United. Anything, just get me excited.
Which must be a hard thing to do, on a regular.
Difficult. But I'm always up for it, man. Always there. Alright.
But thanks a lot, really. Thanks.
No
it's a
problem.
pleasure to be
You're
here.
always welcome to join us, man. You're always welcome. Yeah, okay, so listeners, thank you guys for listening as always. We'll be back here to continue the series. So catch you guys in the next one. Bye.